Have you ever been sitting there, face to face with someone who once said they loved you, and suddenly you feel so small? Just one sentence, one look, one sigh, and in a heartbeat, you're not the grown person you are today anymore. You're back to being that scared kid, that failure, that person who made those painful mistakes years ago. They didn't shout, they didn't scream, but you felt it deep in your chest, like someone pressed a hidden button inside you, and everything shut down. If that sounds familiar, stay with me, because this video might change how you look at every single relationship in your life from now on. Most of us think manipulation has to be loud and obvious. We imagine some cold, calculating person with a master plan. But that's not how it usually works. The most dangerous kind of manipulation is quiet. It feels warm. It feels familiar. It even feels like love sometimes. And it uses the one thing you can never delete, your own past. What makes it truly terrifying is this: they often don't even realize they're doing it. Your brain is wired in a very special way. When emotions run high, especially painful ones, those memories get burned in deeper and stronger than normal ones. That's how our ancestors survived dangers. But in today's world, that same survival mechanism is being used against us by the people closest to us. They hold the keys. Think about your own life for a second. That ex who brings up the one time you cheated or lied, every single time you try to set a simple boundary today. That parent who sighs heavily and says, "You've always been too sensitive, haven't you?" That longtime friend who casually drops your biggest failure right when you're excited about a new opportunity. They say it with a smile. Sometimes they even believe they're helping you. But your body and nervous system hear something completely different. They hear danger. They hear threat. And they react before your mind can catch up. Let me walk you through exactly how this happens in real life. First, there's what I call the anchor technique. They use it without even knowing the name. When someone repeatedly connects your present actions to a painful moment from your past, your brain starts linking them together automatically, just like Pavlov's dogs. You try to say no to something small and reasonable. Suddenly they say, "This is just like that time you let everyone down, remember?" In that moment, your body floods with the exact same shame, fear, and guilt you felt years ago. Your heart beats faster. Your confidence disappears. And you end up giving in, just so that awful heavy feeling will go away. You don't even realize what's happening. You just suddenly feel wrong for wanting something different. That's not an accident. That's emotional conditioning. Second, the guilt ghost. The people who know your past mistakes carry invisible weapons no one else can see. They don't need to threaten you openly. They only need to gently remind you of who you used to be. "After everything you've put me through, I stayed with you when no one else would. You owe me this much at least." These words sound like normal relationship talk, but they're actually debt collectors wearing familiar faces. They're using your old sins to make you feel forever behind, forever needing to prove yourself worthy. And here's the part that hurts the most. Many of them truly believe they're being fair. They don't see it as manipulation. They just feel entitled to control because of what happened in the past. Your history quietly becomes their permission slip to direct your present. Third, the comparison trap. They rarely attack you directly. Instead, they hold up a mirror to your old self and make sure you never forget how far you still have to go, or how much better you once were. You used to be so motivated back then. Remember when you actually followed through on things? Whether they say you were better or worse before, the message is the same. Right now, you are not enough. This one cuts deep because it doesn't just attack what you did. It attacks who you are. Once your mind starts believing you're the person who always, it becomes incredibly hard to behave differently. You begin to self-sabotage, almost unconsciously, just to match the story they keep telling about you. Your own mind slowly starts working against you. Here's where things get even darker. Fourth, selective memory weapons. They remember every single mistake you made in perfect, vivid detail. But your successes? Those become strangely blurry or quickly forgotten. You worked hard and nailed an important project last month. It barely gets mentioned. You slipped back into an old bad habit just once. Suddenly, it becomes proof that you'll never really change. This isn't random. It's how they keep the power tilted in their favor. Your past is turned into evidence against your future. And because these reminders are mixed with real memories, you begin doubting your own version of events. You start trusting their story about you more than you trust yourself. That's when the real control settles in. Fifth, the trauma bond cycle. The same person who triggers your deepest wounds is often the one who comforts you right after. They hurt you using your past, then they hold you while you cry. They wipe your tears and tell you they understand. This creates an incredibly powerful bond. Your brain learns that safety, understanding, and comfort only exist with them. Only they truly know your darkness. So you stay, even when your logical mind is screaming to leave, even when you know deep down it's hurting you. Because walking away feels like losing the only person who really knows the real, broken you, the version they keep bringing up. Experts call this intermittent reinforcement. It's the same thing that makes gambling so addictive. The mix of pain and occasional kindness keeps you hooked far stronger than steady love ever could. You end up addicted to your own healing with the very person who keeps breaking you. Now let me ask you some honest, uncomfortable questions. How many times have you stayed silent? Not because you were weak, but because they reminded you of the last time you spoke up and it went badly. How many dreams have you quietly buried inside because someone casually mentioned that phase where you failed so badly? How many times have you apologized for simply being the person you are today? This isn't normal love or normal family life. This is psychological warfare using your own life story against you. And the frightening truth is that most people doing this aren't evil masterminds. They're just ordinary husbands, wives, parents, and friends who accidentally discovered that your past is the fastest, easiest way to control your present. Once they saw it worked, they kept using it, often without realizing the damage. Some do it for power, some for security, some because they're scared of losing you. The reason doesn't change the effect on you. You start walking on eggshells around your own memories. But here's the twist that almost nobody tells you. The moment you truly see this game for what it is, it loses most of its power over you. Not all of it, but most. Because real awareness is the first big crack in their control. Your past doesn't have to stay a weapon. It can become your armor. When you stop hiding it, when you stop feeling ashamed of it, when you refuse to let anyone use it as a leash to pull you back, something inside you begins to shift. You stop reacting like that scared younger version of yourself. You start responding as the stronger person who survived everything. And that's the part they never see coming. So the next time someone tries to drag your past into the present to make you smaller, pause for a moment. Look them calmly in the eyes and ask yourself one simple question. Are they speaking to who I am now or to who I was back then? If it's the second one, you already know what you need to do. They don't own your story. You do. And the moment you stop letting them edit it and rewrite it, that's the moment you finally become free. The past is not your master. It's just data. Nothing more. Stop letting other people use it as chains around your life. You've carried it long enough, my friend. Now walk forward and let them chase the version of you they can no longer control. The version that knows exactly how the game works and refuses to play it anymore.